Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker. It's a pleasure to follow the Honourable Lady, and it's with a somewhat of a sense of deja vu that I rise with the Minister on the front bench, having had exchange with him in Westminster Hall yesterday on financial support for the events industry. I don't intend to go over the same ground today. I'm sure you'll be glad to hear, but obviously, as with so many issues, the support that has not been there for those in the events industry does extend beyond, and as I say, we did cover much of that yesterday. But these are businesses that we just can't abandon. Businesses who are successful and who will be successful again very soon, and where support that could be made available could actually see them over the hill. We can't pretend that 22% of the wage bill is going to be even close to enough for employers to keep on staff, where many are in a worse position than they were in March, and when restrictions are still preventing them from carrying out the business that they would mainly be doing. Many fantastic high turnover businesses like Saltire Hospitality in my own constituency have seen the major events that they normally supply cancelled and simply unable to take place during the COVID pandemic, and they've changed their business, they've pivoted, they've tried different ideas again and again to adapt to changing circumstances, and they will have a full diary when events and conferences are able to get up and running again. But where is the support from this government to get them there? Successful and viable businesses like this are put at real risk if the government fails to listen. I do welcome the recognition that some extension of support was needed for wages, albeit that it was late in the day, and I do welcome the continuation of the 5% VAT rate for hospitality until the 31st of March, although, as my honourable friend and member for Glasgow East suggested, this is something that we would like to see far more extended. Sadly, support is simply not enough to halt the frightening tsunami of job losses that we can all see on the horizon. Self-employed have all been abandoned, but 70% of profit replacement, just 20% now, and there's still nothing for the 3 million excluded from support at all. Financial support is half-hearted when we need the government to stay fully committed to do as the Chancellor said and do whatever it takes. The Labour Party today is asking the government to go further, and I support that. The Scottish Government is already taking action to plug the gaps in support where they can, providing tailored packages above and beyond the Barnett consequentials, including the new £40 million fund for firms that are having to close. They're finding resources from a very limited budget and spending it wisely. This is something that this government, which is not best known for, could do much to learn from. And you wonder how many businesses could have been comfortably supported with the botched billions that have been blown in dodgy private contracts with Tory cronies and the unnecessary costs of building the Brexit border. However welcome Scottish Government action is, without serious rethinking of the job support scheme, they're papering cracks in a seawall just before the tsunami hits. If this government won't act, they should provide the Scottish Government with the fiscal levers that Scotland needs to take the right decisions to protect jobs, lives, wherever necessary. The decisions on available support are not carved in stone. They're made up by a small group of people with big responsibilities on their shoulders. It is a political choice, and it's a short-sighted one from this government at the moment from the actions that they're not taking. The Scottish Government calculates extending furlough would save 61,000 jobs in Scotland. The good news is that these are decisions that can be rethought, and I would urge the Government to do so for the sake of all our futures.